What a significant change from last month is, of course, the stress test kicking in, right? So today, your audience will get a glimpse of how the stress test might have caused a little bit of a stress. Always, we used to feel that the East is cheaper than the West, right? Not any longer.
Right.
So the East has actually caught up, right? In fact, right now, Pickering is beating Milton with regards to the most expensive city. So right now, Milton is actually cheaper than Pickering.
What's going on, guys? It's Rebecca Lynn Matheson here, aka the Canadian Cottage Girl, and I have taken over Matt McKeever's channel, and I have the honor of interviewing Waiz here, and we're going to talk all about market updates in Milton, Ontario. So welcome, Waiz, to the channel, and really looking forward to having you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Nice to see you here for a change. For the audience today, I have pre-construction. We'll talk about pre-construction advantages, disadvantages, and we'll talk about the upcoming project in Milton called the Mill House Condominiums. Before we go into that, I can quickly share what's happening in Milton for the past month. What a significant change from last month is, of course, the stress test kicking in, right? So today, your audience will get a glimpse of how the stress test might have caused a little bit of a stress. So let's go right into it.
Sounds good. Yeah, that definitely is a big factor here for a lot of people, this new updates to the stress test. So I'm definitely curious to find out how it's affecting the market updates here in Milton.
Yeah, sounds good. So here are the market updates for Milton. So as you can see here, the significant change is the monthly change. So the monthly change is 3.5% lower than last month. So what does that mean? So if you were looking at last month, we were up 3.3%, and average sale price in Milton was $1.1 million. And coming this month with the stress test on, you can see that we are 3.5% down overall and averaging right now at $1 million. So that's like $35K on $1 million property. Okay, so that's pretty much somebody's down payment for a first-time home buyer, right?
Right.
Or close to it, right? So it has kind of slowed down the market slightly. I wouldn't say significantly yet, but slightly the buyers are holding back. That's what I can say from the numbers, and also from what transactions we've been going through in Milton as well. Just buyers are like uncertain, saying that, hey, maybe we want to just wait and watch how the market proceeds. Some buyers, obviously, who were on the edge now with the increased stress test qualification, are definitely kind of priced out of the market, right? So if they were right on the bottom, like around 500K, they're looking for a condominium entry point into Milton, and now suddenly the qualification is much higher, and they can qualify as around 450. Sorry, they can't get anything for 450 in Milton. Okay, so they'll have to look at a different city. So that's where it is. So let's actually go into a little bit of the data that we have. So as I was mentioning, slight dip, as you can see here in the market. Slight dip in the market. Now homes averaging around $1,042,000. For a single detached, let's say, I would say about 3-bedroom, one garage, 2.5 baths, right? So if you look at the numbers here, what did we sell? We sold 23 condos. We sold 147 townhouses and 148 detached homes. That's pretty much what's happening there. With regards to detached homes, let's go through the details. Like I said, this was the detached homes. So the most common segment or most popular segment is the 3-bedroom, 1-car garage, right? So that's right now $1.2 million, right? Again, you can see that although overall there's a decline in price, individually, if you're looking at the detached homes, they are still positive. They're still in the positives, right? So overall price change over year, 33%, and 4-bedroom, 2-car garage, there are $1.3 million, so 27% year over year last year, right? So yeah, it's definitely not economical market now in Milton. Milton is like we discussed previously is among the top. It was among the top 13, but let's see how that number has changed. And yeah, I'll get to that before let's talk about inventory. So Milton housing inventory, as you can see here, the last 28 days listed about 555 new listings, and 277 of them sold within the last 28 days. And average days on market is 9 days. So still a hot market. So you can still sell your home within 9 days of listing it, and still you are getting top dollar for your property, which is so you can see that the list to sale price is still over asking. So 105% is what the list to sales ratio is, right? Looking at the inventory, as I was telling you, there has been a decline in the inventory. So they have been also a decline in the sales slightly this month, right? So looking at days on market for price point between 500K and 750, which is generally your condominium or the 2-bedroom townhouse, is around 12 days as compared to 19 days last year. If you're looking at 750 to $1 million price point, you're looking at about 8 days. So this would include anything of a 3-bedroom townhouse to a detached 3-bedroom 1-car garage, right? Over that, million to 2.5 million, any homes are selling within the 9 days time frame. Okay.
That is wild to see those days on market from, is that last year to this year? Is the comparison now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Still a hot market, and like I said, Milton is a place where is ideal for raising a family, and a lot of people are looking towards Milton as their city to be in, right?
Got it. Yeah. And so I guess with that stress test, there's been a little bit of a dip, but relatively comparatively to last year, we're still seeing the numbers are way higher in terms of the average price point and way lower in terms of the number of days on market for all across the board in the different price ranges. So that's really, really interesting to see there.
Yeah. So compared to last month's report, so last month we were the 13th most expensive. So this month we are 17th most expensive, right? So somebody has taken over, and let's see who that is. So if you're looking at the cities, so last month, as I was telling you, we were the 13th most expensive city. Let's see who's on number 13. Halton Hills.
Halton.
So pretty much the Georgetown folks have taken over.
Yeah.
Right? So the 13th position goes there, and 14th position is Bradford and West Gooseberry, and 15th is taken by Pickering. So always we used to feel that the East is cheaper than the West, right? Not any longer.
Right.
Right? So the East has actually caught up, right? In fact, right now, Pickering is beating Milton with regards to the most expensive city.
I can see that. That is a very interesting trend to see as well, because absolutely, traditionally, the East has been the cheaper side. So it probably was the cheaper side for a while, and everyone bought because it was the cheaper side and bid up.
Exactly, Rebecca, you're on the dot there, right? So Durham has become the hotspot for first-time home buyers and investors. So all the way from you've got Pickering, Ajax, Whitby, and Oshawa. These areas have significantly improved or increased in their price points. So right now, Milton is actually cheaper than Pickering. So yeah, just wanted to run that by you guys. So followed by Mississauga, Brampton, Tecumseh, Ajax, Aurelia, and Orangeville. Okay. So
Orangeville's getting up there, eh?
Sorry?
I said Orangeville's jumping up there, eh?
Yes, Orangeville right now is the 23rd most expensive city in Ontario.
Orangeville's my hometown, so.
Oh, okay, there you go. So you have family there. Their homes have significantly gained in value.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so let's come. 13th fastest growing. Yes, it's lots of new development coming along, and we'll talk about that reconstruction as well. So lots of new homes in Milton, lots of growth, and third fastest selling, right? So third fastest selling. So let's look at who's in the growth market. So if we are looking at growth, like we again just want to mention there, say Pickering right there is number 5 with regards to growth, right? So no wonder they kind of beat us with regards to the most expensive. So they are also significantly growing at a very fast pace. Then of course you have the other cities: East Gwillimbury, Orangeville. There you go, your city. There, Orangeville is there, 34.2%. And then Ajax is growing, Georgina, right, Markham, and then Milton. Okay, so Milton also significantly growing city.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a huge jump up, right? So, and that's specifically the price growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
And then if you're looking at days on market, you can actually sell faster in Orangeville than in Milton. Can you believe it? So,
actually not. No, I would presume that Milton would definitely be a faster sale, but times have changed.
Times have changed because everybody who wants a deal is in Orangeville. Looks like it, right?
It looks like it.
In 7 days, you can sell your home faster than Milton. Ajax is about 8 days, and number 3 is Milton with 9 days.
Still, 9 days is so fast. Like, that is such a crazy turnaround time, going from like literally listing and then 9 days later you have your home sold. Like, that is such a quick turnaround time.
Yes, it is. It is. You know what? Listing a home is like, it's an art in the sense. It has to be properly managed. It's like a project, right? So generally, when I'm listing a home, we follow a particular procedure where we are decluttering the home. We are having a consultant coming out, doing a staging consultation. What to paint, what colors to paint, how to keep your furniture, right? How to organize everything. So we've got that, and I send an architect out to do the exact measurements. So we get the floor plans, everything done for your home, and then I send out a pre-sale inspection. An inspector comes out and inspects the house, right? And we have a pre-inspection before we sell the house. We actually look at what's wrong with the house, and if we can fix that, we fix it up and prep it up for sale. And then we have an official inspection report for any of the buyers, right?
Right.
And then we price it. We do the comparables. We price it right, and then we have offer dates and and usually we put it on the weekend for everybody to see it, and Monday or Tuesday we have offer nights, and yeah, within 5 to 6 days we prep your house to sell. Okay.
Got it.
So yes, listing itself is definitely a project in a sense. So if somebody's watching and you want to list your home in Milton, let me know. I guarantee you within 10 days we'll get it sold.
I love that. Waiz is the guy to go to, you guys. If you're in Milton, definitely make sure you call him up. That is a crazy turnaround time, and I love the process focus on the listing piece and how you can really set it up so that that end buyer coming in gets to visualize themselves in the place. And I can definitely see the strategy behind what you're saying here and how you set the seller up for success.
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca. So yeah, so like we said, days on market is only 9 days, and turnover is a 23rd turnover. So overall is actually most people who actually want to live in Milton, stay put in Milton, right? So that's a good sign to see of that city, that most people who stay there continue to stay there, and even if they're selling and moving, guess where they're moving to? Milton. So they're staying in the same city. So most of my move up buyers, they are going from a townhome to a detached, or from a smaller detached to a larger detached, right? So, and they love Milton, so they're not going anywhere. So they're just trading up in Milton itself. Okay.
Got it. Now, what's so great about Milton? Why do people love it so darn much?
On my very first segment, I did that, but I will kind of reiterate. It's fairly a new city, and it was very well planned. It's a very well planned city, and over the years, the starting builder was Matme. So pretty much, I would say Matme was very organized, and with the layouts, with the roads, and in conjunction with the city planning it properly. So it's a very well planned city, and the growth has organically happened because people wanted a good community, new schools, newer places to live, more affordable places to live, right? So back in the day, right? So this was the city to go to for a new city. If you were in Mississauga was getting more expensive, and then you wanted a new city, you would actually move to Milton, right? And of course, the colleges, the universities are planning to come there as well. So there's significant growth with regards to Milton, and yeah, it's overall good schools, good infrastructure, right? And it's a very mixed demographic, so very multicultural. So people like that, and it's good access to downtown Toronto if you have to work in downtown Toronto. Also, like I previously mentioned, that if you are also working in let's say the Tri-Cities, which is your Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo, it's also accessible on that side as well. So it's right in the middle, it's right in the heart of Ontario, where you could go either to Toronto to work or to the Tri-Cities to work. So location wise, it's very good, and also it's very close proximity with Oakville and Burlington, and those are again growing cities and very sought after cities. Oakville, a very prestigious city as well. So so that's how kind of Milton has emerged to be a city that is more sought after.
Awesome. I love that. It definitely seems like a place where people would go and stay.
Yeah, as the numbers say, the numbers don't lie, right? So the numbers saying that people are staying put in Milton.
Love it.
So yeah, just maybe a little bit on the townhouse market. Yeah, again, year over year, townhouses have also significantly increased. There's a significant jump. If you notice that the most popular townhouse is a three-bedroom townhouse. The new listings, 157 listings sold, right? 100 And then if you see that the listings on townhouses are up from year over year last year, 121. So you can see that there is that move up buyer that I was talking about, right? So right in Milton itself, right? So yeah, if you look at these numbers here, you know that you will see that there are similar numbers for detached and town as well with regards to new listings, and almost the percentage increase from last year. Yeah, sales to list ratio is high. So over asking, whether it's a townhome or a detached home or even a condo, you are seeing that they are all selling over asking. Yeah, pretty much. I think that was pretty much the stats for Milton. And let's actually take a look at a new project that we have. It's Mill House by Fernbrook. Some details for you here. So So that's was the introduction video for Mill House. Before we kind of go into the pre-construction, that particular project, we could have a brief discussion on pre-construction, right? So pre-construction is a great way to get into the market and avoid bidding wars. Okay, so if you are losing out on a condo that you're buying and you're losing out and you're not getting it, maybe you want to invest in a pre-construction condo, right? Where you're almost guaranteed a suite if you have the deposit and you're qualified, you know, have your mortgage in place, right? So it's a good way to for first-time home buyers to get into the market without the bidding wars, right? And also, if you are an investor, right, and you don't know where to put your money, right, it's definitely somewhere you can park your money and, you know, invest in the upcoming project, because as you know, year over year, significantly, you know, the numbers are going up with regards to condos as well. So in the condo market, if we were looking at price points, so in Milton, one bedroom has gone over 10% year to year last year, two bedroom 20%. Okay, so overall, if you're looking at around 18%, 18 to 20% return, right? So this is, we're talking about Milton specifically, right? So absolutely, if you are able to buy something right now, right, and then you're going to get 20% return within a year, isn't that fantastic, right?
That sounds great.
Right. So pre-construction is that, you know, amazing thing that, you know, you have your money, you kind of pay them in installments, right? Pay them in installments. You have your property, and then, you know, it's being built, and as it's being built, you are actually leveraging and you're appreciating, right? The property appreciates. You have locked in the price, right? But the property keeps on appreciating.
Got it. So you get to kind of lock in at the price point that you want in that pre-construction, and then have the benefit of gaining any appreciation that happens during the time prior to you actually moving into the property and the project being completed. Now, for someone who buys a pre-construction property, for example, this kind of promo video that you had showed there, if somebody were to put down a deposit on a pre-construction, what would be the next steps or next expectations for somebody who was moving into that type of property?
Yeah, so I will go over the deposit structure as well, right? So we can have a look at the deposit structure. Yeah, so basically, you are making sure that you pick the model that you like, pick the model that you can afford, right? See, set your needs, right? Whether you want a 1 bedroom or 1+den or 2 bedroom, and see if your family is going to be growing, right? So you might want to look at a 3 bedroom or 2+den, right? So have that in mind in the sense when you are looking to buy a pre-construction, because this is going to be ready in 2024, right?
Got it.
So you have significant time to kind of put in the money and park it there. So yeah, so think about those on those lines in the sense, what is because your immediate need might just be like 1 bedroom, right? But then you have to think that, okay, by 2024, is that going to change? Most likely it is, right? So it's better to get something that you kind of scale up a little bit, right? Because you don't want to be in a situation where 2024 comes in and that says, hey, this 1 bedroom is really small for me. Now I've got like a wife and a kid, right? So yeah, just think about that. And also, you want to budget, yourself, right? Saying that you can afford the mortgage or not, etc. So those are some financial, due diligence that you'll have to take into place. And other things are, you need to understand that some builders have restrictions saying that you cannot lease out your unit. This is for investors. So you can't lease out your unit during occupancy, right? So basically, you need to understand that sometimes you will get your condo, but the condo is actually not registered with the condominium corporation. So you will be able to occupy it, but you're not closing it. So in that period, you're actually paying rent to the builder. And sometimes that period, the builder says you cannot lease it to anybody else. You should be occupying it, right? So have that in mind. Second thing I would consider is assignments, right? So if you are an investor and you want to just park your money here, and by the time it gets ready for occupation, basically you are then want to assign your contract to somebody else, right? So in that case, there's usually an assignment fee. There's assignment fee, assignment charges. Some builders don't allow you to do that.
Got it. So definitely check in with the individual builder and the condo corp, by the sounds of it, that's selling it, to understand what the pros and cons are of that individual condominium. It sounds like, some allow Airbnb short-term rentals, some don't. Some allow for assignability, which it sounds like you can basically park your money in an investment, and then at the end of that period, so if say in 2021 you invested in a pre-construction, then you can assign that pre-construction contract to somebody else once it is actually finished, is basically the idea there. So it would just depend on the builder then if they allowed that or if they didn't.
Yeah, exactly. But the good news is, with this particular project, no assignment fees, right? And you can lease your unit in the occupancy time period as well, right? Yeah, actually, let's get into that details. So this is the buildings. These are the two buildings, A and B, and I think there is also going to be a C building as well. Let's look at the bonus sheet. So bonus, what they're offering is free parking spot, free storage locker, right? Development charges capped at $8,000 for 1 bedroom and $11,000 for 2 bedroom and larger. So there's no hidden cost, right? Sometimes builders come up with saying that, oh, you got to pay like $20K in development charges, right? So they are being very upfront and transparent about it. They're saying that this is the max development charge that we are going to be allowing for, right? And then, like I mentioned, free assignments. right? Parkland levies for capped at 2,500. Permission to lease during occupancy, right? So you could lease your unit during occupancy, or you can occupy it yourself, right? It's depending on your situation. So yeah, let's get to the price list. So here's the price list. So fairly, affordable, and it's pretty much like what we have seen with regards to pricing, right? Because some builders usually, they say, oh, you know what, 2024, the price is going to be quite different. So we'll charge you price for 2024, right? But if you notice here, one bedroom is like 550K, right? And then if you go back to our report, remember, see this condo, one bedroom, 526K, right? So for a brand new condominium, if you're paying 25K more, it's not bad, right? So yeah, so these are the details. One bedrooms are anywhere from 550 onwards, and one bedroom plus den, 586, almost 600-ish. I like the one bedroom plus den. I'll tell you why. Because it's almost like a two bedroom, but I'm not paying the higher maintenance fee.
Got it.
Right. So it's kind of in between this one bedroom and two bedroom. So if you like to have a workspace, but you want to have your sleep area separate, and you want to have a work area separate, so I would go with a one bedroom plus den, right? And even if you, let's say you were a couple and then you had a kid in that meantime, you could use the den for the kid, right?
Right.
So there's a little bit of a growth story there, right? And of course, the two bedrooms are the most popular ones, and these are going to sell out like hotcakes in no time, anywhere from 643 to going all the way to 778. Okay, so obviously depending on the square foot and the layouts, the pricing is varying there. And then if you want to go all the way out for a three bedroom, which is almost square footage, almost 1,200 square foot. It's like a townhome basically, but in the air, townhome in the air, a million 92. But believe me, this kind of price point for a three bedroom condo in 2024 will be much more in Milton. Okay, so you will significantly make money at any of these entry points in the pre-construction. In the pre-construction right now. Okay, let's look at what else? Pricing and maintenance fees. Maintenance fees are 64 cents per square foot per month, which excludes hydro and water. Parking, $54.95 per month. Locker, $24.95 per month. You get unlimited internet for $58.83 plus HST. Occupation date is November 2024. Deposit structure, okay, is very easy, very convenient. $5,000 upon signing. Balance of that 5% to in 30 days. 2% in 90 days. 2% in 180. 2% in 210. 2% in 350 days. 2% in 240 days. So overall, you're paying around 5%, another 10%, and then another 5% on occupancy date. So that's 5, 10, and 15%. Sorry, 15, 20% overall. Okay, so 20%. If you're an international buyer, right? If you're an international buyer, then you have this structure: 10% on signing, 5%, 5%, 10%, and 5%. So it's 20, 30, 35%. So if you're an international buyer, it's 35% in 540 days. Okay. So what's included in the purchase? Like we said, it's one parking is included, one locker is included, and property taxes will be determined at the time of occupancy. Okay. So yeah, so that's the details. And if any of you guys are interested, let me know. We'll have to submit a worksheet with regards to what units you would prefer. So you would have like a choice saying, my number one choice is X, number two choice is this, and number third choice is this. So depending on availability, that particular unit will be allotted to you, and then you will have to go in and we'll do all the signatures online, and then we'll have to send in the deposit with the post-dated checks. Okay, Rebecca, any questions you have for me on this project?
No, it sounds like there's definitely a lot of options here for people. And where can people reach out to you, Waiz, if they do want to get a hold of you about anything Milton related or anything with these pre-constructions?
Certainly. You can reach out to me at 416-876-9960. That's my phone number. You can reach out to me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and Instagram as well. So social media, you reach out to me. And yeah, we can, there's no obligation to buy. If you just want to have a discussion on pre-construction, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and if you are keen on this particular project, we are still selling. So we have allocations for this project with my brokerage. So if you want to get in, let me know. We'll get you a slot.
Got it. Well, Waiz, thank you so much for coming on the channel today and talking all about Milton, Ontario. Always a pleasure, and thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thanks for having me.